Hey Aquarius, it's Sahara Stars with Illum Astrology doing your July 2018 Astro Weather Forecast. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. You got Mars retrograding in your sign. There's a lot going on this month. We're now in retrograde season, so everything starts to get a little wacky. The good news is that we finally have a planet turning direct, and it's Jupiter, and we all love Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion, fun, luck, abundance. And when he's in retrograde motion, we don't really feel it that strongly. So now we're going to start feeling it good. And that's on the 10th of this month. Especially for you guys because Jupiter is in Scorpio and that is your 10th house of career. So now that Jupiter is finally going to be moving direct, you guys can see some big headway in your public image, in the way the outside world sees you. Career advancement. Those of you that are working for yourself, you can start seeing some business expansion. Those of you that are working for a company can get promoted. You can get promotion for sure. Jupiter makes everything bigger, expands, brings luck and abundance to that house. So in your 10th house of career, along with reputation, how the world sees you, all of this stuff, Jupiter there brings you a lot of accolades, a lot of pats on the back, people to tell you how great you're doing. You'll get rewarded. Those of you looking for a job, you'll definitely find a job now. Those of you that have left a job and were hoping to find a new job, the time is now, especially with Jupiter in direct motion in your 10th house of career. Now, this is where big strides can be made, in terms of your career. And if you really want to go for something, now is the time to do it, especially while Jupiter is direct motion. Now, Mars has been retrograding in your sign, and this can be a little bit odd at first because when it first turns retrograde, some of you can feel like you're kind of frustrated, blocked, or aggravated, or perhaps disturbed, or something's in your way, or you feel this way, or you feel like you're not moving forward. Others of you might feel like you're moving forward, or that you now know what it is you want to do, and you're making plans. You're making plans to do it. Okay, when Mars is in your sign, you have courage, determination to follow through. Okay, now depending upon what degree your sun is in, Mars is going to be retrograding all the way back to Capricorn. So if you're at the earliest degrees of Aquarius, then you'll be seeing Mars retrograde all the way to the beginning of your sign before it actually turns direct. Those of you that are later degrees Aquarius, then Mars could be retrograding back to your 12th house. Now, regardless, Mars retrograde is about the art of war, okay? Mars is the warrior planet. Just do it, get it done in retrograde motion. It's all about, whoa, slow down. Let's think about this. Strategy. What's my strategy? What is that I really want to achieve? How am I going to go about doing it? Well, now is the time to make the plans. Mars retrograde is all about planning your actions, okay? And in your sign, it's all about who are you? What is it that you want to do? How do you want to proceed? What goals do you have set for yourself? There's no goal too high, okay? There's no goal too high. You can achieve anything you want, and Mars retrograde is going to show you this, because without taking the courage and the action forward and determination and follow through, you're probably right. You may not achieve as many of your goals as you want, or some of them may be too high for you. But Mars retrograde is going to show you that there is no goal that's too high for you. That if you strategize, you formulate a plan, you do it pragmatically, methodically, wisely, be very wise in your steps, then move forward, you will achieve whatever goal it is you set for yourself. That's what Mars retrograde is really about. Now, on a grand scale of things, it's also about things from the past returning, revisiting old things, revisiting old friends, revisiting old relationships, revisiting old places. It's also about sometimes feeling frustrated, sometimes feeling blocked, sometimes feeling like things aren't moving forward, sometimes feeling like you moved backwards. You took, 2 steps backwards to take 10 steps forward. It's that type of deal with Mars retrograde. So use this time wisely. You will be able to accomplish whatever it is that you set your mind to right now, because Mars is going to move direct right back through your sign, giving you the courage and the determination to follow through on whatever plan you make now. So there's nothing that you can't do now, okay? Now, in terms of just in general, what's going on in the sky, there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're going to have a new moon, which is also a partial solar eclipse that's going to be opposed by Pluto in Cancer. But on the same day, we're going to have a grand trine with Saturn, Uranus, and Venus. And this is going to be really positive for you guys. It's going to be positive for everyone. Grand trines are really positive energy, showing that the planets are working together to bring benefits and gifts. Okay, they're considered gifts. So they're generally very positive, but this partial solar eclipse opposite Pluto can be about digging something up, can be about releasing something, letting go, bringing about power struggles. It could just be a reflection of your own inner self, of what it is that you need to let go of. But it also could be with regards to anything that lies hidden that you weren't quite aware of. Now, this new moon is going to occur on the 12th. On the 12th at 7:47 p.m. And it's in Cancer, which is your 6th house of work, health, fitness, daily routine, all that stuff. So there's going to be a new moon in your 6th house, okay, which also is about work environment, coworkers, stuff like that, but really health, fitness, and wellness, neatness, organization, clearing out the clutter, getting rid of stuff, all that stuff. The new moon there can definitely point to you just letting go of stuff, clearing out the clutter, organizing stuff, starting a new diet, focusing on your game plan, because we have to keep in mind that although these other things are occurring, Mars is retrograde. Mars is retrograde, and that's our action. So Mars is really about thinking things through, making plans. So that's going to be constantly going on throughout all the rest of what's happening here. We also have Mercury turning retrograde on the 26th of this month. So when planets are retrograde, we're in retrograde season now. Then we're going to go into eclipse season as well. We're already starting it with our first partial solar eclipse on the 12th. But this is all about, this year in general with our 3 times Pluto sextile Jupiter. We had 2 already. We're going to have 1 more come. Major transformational year, okay? Then we're in retrogrades, which is all about doing things better, fixing it, going back, fixing relationships that were broken that maybe we could have made better, or letting go of things that aren't working for us, or going back to companies that maybe were better jobs for us, or going back to visit other companies or opportunities or business ideas or whatever it is. There's things that we sometimes didn't choose the right path. And now we're getting a chance to go back, reevaluate it, and choose a different path if we want to, or if it's best for us. Some of us that are lucky enough have already made the right decisions, and now these retrogrades are letting us refine it, perfect it, make it better. But that's what all these retrogrades are about. And, we're going to have actually Uranus join in, and then in October, Venus as well. But we're already starting, with one indirect motion again, which is Jupiter. And this is the planet we want direct. It's our luck, abundance, and it's also our optimism, faith, belief in ourselves, courage, all that stuff because of our optimism, and that's in your 10th house of career. So Mars retrograding is saying, hey, what is it that you want to accomplish, Aquarius? What is it that you want to do? Let's make a plan. You can do it. I'm going to help you because I'm in your sign. I'm going to give you the courage. And let me tell you, the thing about manifestation is to fearlessly go after it and just do it. And it's going to show up for you. And that's what Mars is all about. So having Mars in your sign, retrograde, is about making that game plan. Okay, just say, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And then go do it, and it will be done. Okay, so that's exciting. Now, the new moon in Cancer is your 6th house, health, fitness, and wellness. That's about starting new ideas, new health things. You could start working out, doing a new game plan on working out, taking care of yourself, all that stuff. The eclipse is going to end something and begin something new. So a lot of you might want to take on something new, even if it's a new job, because the 6th house is also about work, the work that you put into something, coworkers, stuff like that. With Jupiter in your 10th house, any of you looking for a job, this is going to be a great month to find one, and it's going to be a good one. Don't just go for any job. Go for what's in line with you. You know that, Aquarius, especially with Mars retrograde in your sign. And then we're going to have the full moon in your sign on the 27th of the month in Aquarius at 1:20 p.m. And that's going to be awesome because that's going to illuminate and show you the way. It's going to light your path up for you, especially with Mars retrograde in Aquarius as well. So it's going to light your path up for you, and you're going to know what direction you want to go. You're going to be able to make big strides this month. There's a lot of really good aspects occurring too. Like on the 11th, Venus in Virgo is going to trine Uranus in Taurus. And, for you guys, Uranus is in your fourth house of home, just entered there when it went into Taurus. So Venus is going to be in your eighth house of other people's money when this occurs. Okay, it's going to be in Virgo. So it's going to trine Uranus in your fourth house of home, and it'll be with Venus in your eighth house of other people's money. So you guys can expect some money to come to you with this actual transit. Venus is making really good aspects all month. Venus on the 14th is going to be trining Saturn in Capricorn, which is in your guys' 12th house of hidden things, spiritual matters, the subconscious mind. So Venus there could be benefiting you from behind the scenes. And then Venus in Virgo is going to sextile Jupiter and Scorpio in your 10th house of career on the 22nd. So this is really awesome. This is your 8th house and your 10th house of career. So this is your 8th house of other people's money, 10th house of career on the 22nd. Something very positive can come through there as well. I do see a lot of career movement, a lot of money opportunities, career movement, and behind the scenes help. Okay, so we do have Mercury turning retrograde on the 26th. Okay, so that always does bring about a bit of confusion initially with technology. Be careful about the emails and text messages you're sending. Make sure that you're going to, make sure that you read them through before you hit send. And if you don't want to send it, delete it, because it could absolutely send by itself. Mercury retrograde is very bizarre like that. But Mercury retrograde is going to be in your partnership house, your 7th house of partnerships, marriage, and anybody you have contracts with. So it's really good to, go through and reestablish, like sign contracts, renew contracts, fix things with partnerships. This is also business contracts. Anybody you have a business contract with, cell phone carriers, cable networks, all that stuff, Mercury going retrograde there can definitely help you come across some better agreements, make some agreements with them and whatnot. And it's also your house of partnerships and marriage and relationships. So some of you could have exes coming back. That's just part of the deal. Okay. And some of you can also want to revisit exes or partners, old friends, even old friends can come back. All the retrogrades do that. They bring us second opportunities to go back, revisit, see if there's anything there. If not, move on, whatever. But that's part of it. So Mercury is going to turn retrograde on the 26th. And that's going to be in your 7th house of partnerships. So the month looks really, really good. Really good in terms of career, with Jupiter finally turning direct in your 10th house of career. This is awesome. Okay. This is all about expanding your career, getting, moving your company forward, pushing forward, getting the accolades that you deserve, getting a promotion, finding a job, anything like that is highly favored with Jupiter direct in your 10th house. So good things, big things can happen as far as career is concerned for you guys. And this is really awesome. And then all the aspects with Venus are going to be really good aspects when Venus is in Virgo in your 8th house of other people's money. And this is banks, loans, credit cards, all that stuff. So when Venus is there, making really nice aspects to your partnerships houses, to your home house, to your all these different, to your career house. This is like getting investors. This is also seeing advancement in terms of career, like getting favoritism, having appreciation, getting promoted, getting investors, a lot of different things like that for you guys. So this is awesome. I'm so excited to relay this to you guys. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and would like to, please be sure to click the bell, because otherwise you won't get notification of my uploads. If you'd like to read about astrology or get your own personal forecast, please visit my site at www.illumastrology.blogspot.com. And you can look through any of the readings that I have available there. I do look forward to helping some of you in the future. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you guys back in August. Thanks so much.